I said at the end of the last video, please beat the Buffalo Sabres. Well, not only did the Leafs lose to the Buffalo Sabres tonight, they get throttled 5-1. But not only that, it is the first time since December that the Leafs have full capacity crowd. And it was a lively bunch. And you go out there against going into the game like 16-30 Buffalo Sabres. The Leafs have just won 3 in a row. They beat the Capitals in Washington. You come home, everybody's buzzing in the arena. The fans are jacked up. And you go out there and you lose 5-1 to the Buffalo Sabres. What a disgrace. By the way, I'm back with the bucket and the sweater. For one, it seems like they play pretty well after I wear the thing, so I'm going to keep it going. But I literally write down goals, I write down power play stats, shots on goal, all that. I got nothing. All I got here is that Buffalo outshot the Leafs 31-30, and Peter Mrazek was bad. And the storyline of the inconsistent goaltending continues. I said in the last video, go with Mrazek tonight. Why? Because he gave you pretty good 2 straight starts. And Jack Campbell really hasn't had a good start in at least 3, I'm going to guess. And obviously in Jack Campbell, you want to keep him in the right headspace because he's very hard on himself and you don't want him to go into that bad headspace at all. Mrazek won a couple games in a row. So, hey, put him back out there. Well, he had 5 goals on 31 shots to the damn Buffalo Sabres. And I understand people are going to say, well, the defense did this and broke down and this and that. Look, I understand that not every goal that goes past a goalie is their fault. I understand that. But the great goalies in this league, heck, even the good goalies in the NHL, find ways to make those, I wouldn't even say tough saves, but the less than practical stops when the team needs it. But Peter Mrazek didn't do that tonight. Yeah, maybe he had a couple good stops here and there, but he allowed 5 goals on 31 shots. It's not good. To the Buffalo Sabres, of all teams. If you're playing the high-flying Panthers or Lightning and you allow 5 on 31, even then I'm like, yeah, that's not good, but you're facing those guys. It's the Buffalo Sabres, man. Austin Matthews was a -2 in the game tonight. Willie Nylander was a -2. Morgan Riley was a -2 in the game. For God's sakes, guys. You're down 3-1 going into it was a 1-1 game at one point. They scored the first goal under 3 minutes in on the power play of the first period. Just like that, on home ice, everyone's buzzing. You're down 1-0. But then Rasmus Sandin scores. I think it was like mid to late first period. Oh, we're tied at 1. All right, the tables have turned. The Leafs are going to blow away this one. No, you allowed 2 in the second period. And then 2 more in the third. But in that third period, you're down 3-1. And you want to play desperate. The fans want you to do something. And you go out there and get outshot 16-13 with being down 2 goals. What sort of desperation? Where's the effort to get back into that game? He had 13 shots in the period. They had 16 shots. They were already up 2 goals. They added 2 more. It's just sad. They play a game like they did against Washington where it was much better. They win a tight game, right? They blow the 3-1 lead, but they score that 4th goal, the 4th one, to give them that lead. They get the empty netter, and you win a good road game against a Caps team who's obviously struggling, but still in the playoff spot. And you go out there and you do a job. Heck, you scored 10 against Detroit. Abysmal goaltending on both sides. You scored 10. Tonight against Buffalo and 40-year-old Craig Anderson, who was great tonight. But it's 40-year-old Craig Anderson making him look like Carey Price, making him look like Vasilevsky, Thatcher Demko, the way he did against the Leafs the last time we saw Vancouver. I mean, my God. It's just an abysmal night tonight for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I feel so bad for the thousands and thousands of fans that paid money, good money, to watch that in the first game back. Where was the energy from the Leafs? I mean, my goodness. You saw the Raptors there last night, right? With everybody in the building, jam-packed arena, everyone's jacked up. And they get that tight game late, right? They overcome the deficit, the 8-point deficit going into the fourth quarter, and they win that game. They wanted it. And the crowd was behind them, and they took that, ran with it, and got that win. The Leafs, they didn't play from minute 1 to minute 60 tonight. Yeah, there was a few moments where they were good. Obviously, the Sam Dean goal was nice. And they had a few opportunities and a few chances, a few times where they had possession and looked great. You scored 1 goal against Buffalo. And people are going to make excuses. And I know some people are going to say, well, I'll say it. When the Leafs win, people love to just say, well, we'll do it in the playoffs. We'll do it in the playoffs. Well, they're going to be out in the first round. And then when they lose a game like tonight, people go bonkers. And I'm going bonkers because you lost 5-1 to the Sabres tonight. You lost 5-2 to the Montreal Canadiens. Was it last week? Then you lost to Columbus, who was playing very well at the time, but it doesn't matter. Those are 6 points that you could have, I wouldn't say easily gotten, but you should have gotten. And in hindsight, we're sitting here talking about the Leafs in those 3 games getting 1 point. It's just really bad. The situation tonight, having a full crowd. You'd won 3 in a row. They lost 6 straight. You have a full capacity crowd at Scotiabank Arena. You're playing the Buffalo Sabres. Like, everything was pointing to the Leafs either laying a beat down or just winning tonight. And it was the total opposite. You got beaten down. You got outshot. You got outshot in the third period when you were trying to come back in a game. Like, you never know what you're going to get from this Leaf team. More often than not, you'll get the good games, right? Because they just won 3 straight. I wouldn't even say good games. You'll get wins. Let's put it that way, because not all these ones have been pretty. But you'll get wins. But tonight was really bad. And I want to get your guys' thoughts all in the comments below. The next game for the Leafs, speaking of Thatcher Demko and the Vancouver Canucks, that's the next game for the Leafs. It's on Saturday at home, 7 o'clock puck drop. And for gosh sakes, you know it's going to be a full crowd. The first Saturday night back, you got the Canadian team in Vancouver here. It's going to be jam-packed. Can we please show up with a good effort and get 2 points in regulation against Vancouver? And maybe future Leaf JT Miller. I don't know. But they got to play better after tonight. Now, I'm so tired of these measures. Oh, that's a learning point. No, enough of that nonsense. You got to go out there against the teams you got to beat and beat them down. Last year, remember we talked about they had trouble playing the good teams, but they took care of business. Well, it's kind of flipped right now. And they got to figure it out. Are they playing down through their opponents or what? I don't know. But they did not have it tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. And that's all I got to say, all right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. You enjoyed the video and not the game tonight. Smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from today's game today for the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up. Send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already, guys. And I will talk to you Raptors Edition tomorrow night as they are, oh boy, hosting the Detroit Pistons. Can we please beat Dwayne Casey? Please beat the Pistons and Dwayne Casey. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they host Vancouver Canucks on home ice, 7 o'clock puck drop. And yes, if they beat Vancouver in regulation and they play some good hockey, you bet your rear I'm wearing this and this again on Saturday night. All right? So you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching my abomination of it. Well, I wouldn't say abomination of a take, but my craziness, I guess, of a take. And this thing is so tight on my head. Finally, I'm going to take it off my head shortly. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.